Routines for busters. Align your hustle. Yeah, it takes one to know one. I like when you have your mind right.
This is Candace, Sunrising Tarot. This is going to be a different reading. It's all intuitive. Okay? No cards, no flipping, no nothing. Just all coming from the alignment. Okay? First, before we get started, I'm going to start with a quick prayer to the angels. Okay? To the source. Thank you, angels, for clear and precise messages to the collective. Thank you, angels, for clarification. I'm in gratitude for the opportunity I have to share my knowledge with the world, with the people who need it, with my followers, with people who resonate with me, people who can share the same experiences, who have similar journeys as me, people who are going through the ascension process, which is not easy. It is not easy. I don't know who made it this glorious fad that you go through when you are becoming a better version of yourself, when you're growing, when you're learning. That is not a simple thing. This is not easy. It's not for the people who are not resilient. Usually a lot of us go through experiences in our lives that makes us aware of more than the average person, aware of realities, looking at things differently. We're almost forced into a different way of thinking, and your way of thinking is very unique. You have a very unique way of thinking, and every time you speak, every time you put your heart or your words on display, I like to say putting your words on display, because that's what we do. You're almost attacked by everyone. It could be spouses, friends, family members, people at work don't like you for no reason. You can just feel the energy, you can feel the vibe of people just not resonating with you or not liking you for no apparent reason, no obvious reason. And people who are very combative with your energy, because who you are now, you are a different version of yourself. You have went through stages to get to where you are, right? Now you are in another realm where you are perceiving things in a different level. So what you say is going to trigger people, and you're going to force people to bring out their demons, to bring them out on display. And then people are going to project those demons onto you. And it's your job to transmute the energies. Now, when I say transmute the energies, I don't mean you put up with people attacking you, being rude to you, people mistreating you, people doing all these things. That does not mean that you don't put up with different things, but you learn to transmute energies, right? And I've done it myself, where I'm going through conversations with people where they're obviously projecting onto me, and I will just sit there and just transmute it, like transmute the energies, like be aware of what I'm doing, right? And removing myself at the same time, removing myself from the moment that I'm in and putting myself in the moment that I want to be in. I am the moon, the stars. I am not attached to any of this. The person that people perceive me as, I'm not even that person. I'm not even that frequency. I'm not even the person that they're projecting onto. Removing yourself, like removing, like literally removing yourself from the situation and looking at it from a different perspective. And it's been times where I'm like, okay, you know, and like getting out of character. I've gotten out of character a lot of times to learn. And it was by me getting out of character which showed me how to not get out of character. See, we go through things to teach us, to show us, to mold us to the people we're meant to be right now. So the isolation you're in, right? Isolation. Pure isolation. It is a thing where, like I said, my last video, you look around you. And there's nobody there. You have conversations with people. They're throwing darts at you. You see, you know, family members, or you see, you know, children, friends, whatever, and you are just now in a new world, and where the things you say are now twisted and used as weapons against you. So when that happens, you have to know how to put your spiritual protection up and understand that it's not just you, baby. You are being surrounded. You are surrounded by different entities of light, beings of light all around you. Angels, however you want to call them. You're surrounded by that, right? So every experience you have, you're not only experiencing it as a person, you're experiencing your experiences as a light worker, a light being, a person of light, a being of light, a person who's able to come and heal generational traumas. And by healing those generational traumas, you're going to run into a lot of pushback from everybody. And then by doing that, you're going to feel alone. You're going to feel like you stumble across a bridge where everyone is attacking you. Like you are walking across a bridge and everyone's just throwing fucking darts, stones, Kool-Aid packs, like everything. They're throwing everything at you. Everything that they can find, they find trash on the floor. You know, a random water bottle across the street, they find that shit and pick it up and toss it at you. You're like, well, you know what I mean? And when they throw it at you, they say, how dare you? They're like, yo, you just threw darts at me. You know? So, and then when you return energy, so some people, some of you guys return energy. Some of you guys are at this point where if you give me some type of energy, I'm going to return it back to you. And when you return the energy, let's say it's like a negative type of vibe, say it's like a combative, negative type of vibe, and you're very light and loving, and you return that, people are like, oh. But if you're being, you know, energy's being thrown at you, you're going to give people back what they give you, and then they're like all shooken up. Right? To the core. That is going to happen. All right? So the isolation you're in is where you need to be. Okay? This is where you need to be to learn how to be a badass. You know, the strongest people are the ones who handle battles by themselves and come out like stronger than ever. That's you. You're a person who's being molded to be that warrior princess or warrior king or prince, whatever, queen. You're that person who is being molded to be a warrior, baby. You are strong. The thing about it is people are watching you. They're watching you. They're watching you hoping. There's some people watching you hoping that you would fail. There's some people watching you hoping that you would fail but can't get enough of you. Can't get enough of your love, baby. Darling, you know what I'm saying? And then there's people who just adore you and not sure why. And there's people who are really like, yo, you're dope. I love you. Come in my presence. I appreciate you. Boom, boom, boom. You know, gratitude to you all day. You know? And That has happened to me. I've had personal experiences. I had people in all categories. There's been people in my life. There has been people in my life where you ask them why they don't like me, they can come up with a list of reasons, right? But logically, it's really no reason, because some people knew they didn't like me from the moment they met me. They just knew it because my spirit irritated their demons every time, triggered people. And as a young girl or a young woman, I did not know that. So I'm just like, how dare these people just not like me? And I was like, I always would ask, like, I don't understand why you don't like me. I'm so nice, right? And then it turned to, you almost being bitter at those people. But then you learn and you're like, you know what, I understand that you're only perceiving at the level of your consciousness, and I can't get mad at you because this is where you are. And then you learn grace and you learn gratitude that you are elevating and you are a person chosen to elevate at a different level and reach more of your consciousness and open more of your chakras and your third eye and be open to what is really happening in the world. Then you learn gratitude, you learn who you are, then you learn how to be grateful, then you learn, love, really true pure love is the love you have to find in yourself when you go through experiences. When you meet people who don't like you for no reason, you have to learn to love yourself. When you are in isolation, when you look around, there's no one around you, you have to learn to love yourself. When you're forced to pay bills by yourself, you're forced to deal with your day by yourself, you're forced to deal with your pain and the things that are happening around you, you're forced to kind of go within and deal with it. Then you're forced to look up and pray. You pray more, you meditate more, and then you're able to listen to what's happening. You're able to expand your horizons. You're able to open up. You're able to learn. You're able to just tap in more to you. And then you gain so much more wisdom by not having a consistent person to call on that phone. Hey baby, my day has been really long. I just want to talk to you. Some of you guys don't have that, right? And all of a sudden you realize that you are okay with it, right? You realize you're good with it. And even if you guys do have somebody that you can do that with, how's that relationship going? Let's get down to the truth. A lot of you guys who watch my videos collectively are going through a stage where you don't know if you should even be in the relationship you're in right now. Right? You don't really tell anyone about it. You kind of keep it to yourself because you want to be happy. You want to be happy and you invested so much time and energy into this person. And if you don't invest your time and energy to this person, then you wasted years and years and years and years and years and years of your life. I give you life. You wasted years of your life, right? Because if you don't follow through with this relationship, you failed. And then there's also a house involved, right? Or apartment. Maybe you share cars. Children, common interest. Maybe you are in a place where you are trying to focus on what is really happening to you and you don't really know. Like, you don't know. You're in a place where you, damn if you do, damn if you don't. But if you do, you decide to leave this person, what would you do? Because your entire life is with this person. And it's like, damn if you do, damn if you don't. All right? So this ties into isolation. All right? So a lot of you guys are already in isolation, and a lot of you guys are about to get in positions to think more for yourself, or in a position where you may be changing some things in your life, and you will have to be that person to make the change. Some of you guys are maybe waiting for something bad to happen to give you an excuse to leave your wife or husband or boyfriend, right? But there's none of that happening. It's more of you choosing first, and then the universe will work around that. But don't be afraid to tap into your thoughts, your emotions, those emotions that you're trying to put to the side, the thoughts you have at night, the eerie feeling you have when that person you love does certain things and you feel like you're trapped. You're not trapped to anybody, anything. You're not connected to anybody or anything. You are limitless. You are frequencies. You are energy. You are in the cosmos floating around. You are spirit. You are unique. And we are meant to grow, change, learn, evolve, date, not date, love, unlove, or be in love and fall out of love, whatever you want to call it. We are meant to fall down, get back up, be scared, and then be brave. Be brave and then be scared all over again. To say no, to say, hold up, I don't like how I'm being treated. I don't like the energy. I don't like the attacks. I don't like this. No. And you're allowed to be like, no, it's okay. And yes, it's okay. You're allowed to stand in your power. And sometimes by doing that is saying the word no, or no more, or no thank you, or it's okay. You have to choose your peace over chaos, whether it doesn't matter who it is. You have to choose your peace of mind over chaos, over friction. And having fear and staying in situations that don't suit you doesn't help you in the long run. Because when you, trust me, I've been there where it's like a fear of like not knowing if you're making the right decision. And then if you do make that decision, then you're going to be looked at as unstable, an asshole, or the person you're trying to disconnect from knows so much about you, they will kind of use it against you or make you feel low and down about your dirty little secrets. But a person who really cares and loves you won't expose those things. A person who really loves you will never expose your secrets, ever. It's not in their DNA. You can always have friends and counselors and stuff you talk to, but if a person's like exposing who you are or things that you've done that wasn't like of light or beauty to like make you seem like a bad person, that's not love, and you don't want to even be associated with that person anyway. So never be afraid to change your story. Don't ever be afraid to change the storyline. The storyline may not fit you anymore. The storyline that you made when you was in high school, the storyline you made when you was 20 years old, the storyline you made when you was 30, whatever, 45, whatever. You can always change your storyline. I'm so excited because I'm 33 years old and I'm very humble and excited to get to the next stage in my life. I'm almost like looking forward to the process of progression. But then also, when I say I'm 33, I kind of detach from that as well, and I say that I'm limitless or I'm ageless. But if you go and to this world and someone asks you how old you are and you say, oh, I'm ageless, they're going to look at you like, there's somebody who told me that you are what you feel. I feel vibrant, young, and beautiful, so I'm ageless. I don't know. But Matrix world, I'm 33. It's never too late to do a dream, to do a craft, to change your mind, to change your career, to change what you're doing. It's never too late. And for those who are in isolation, this is just for those. Or you could be in isolation with somebody if that person ain't really helping you. Like, this is definitely about relationships, but I'm trying to tie it back into isolation, but it's going back to relationships. I feel like, okay, angels, this is where I'm going with it. All right, this is definitely this is going to be more titled towards the relationship, the panic mode with leaving, with the panic mode of being scared, the panic mode of not knowing, a panic mode of being, feeling like you don't know what's going on anymore, right? Leaving somebody you love by no means is not easy, right? But don't you love yourself too? So you're willing to leave yourself to accommodate another person? Think about that. You leave yourself every day if you don't allow yourself to explore what you love, what you like. You don't allow yourself to be happy. You don't allow yourself to be true. Because a lot of the emotions that a lot of you guys are feeling is truth. And you're kind of thrown into the side for the sake of saving a relationship, a marriage, or saving face. Saving the embarrassment of a failed marriage, a failed relationship. Fuck it. Who cares about that shit? That shit is just formalities and paperwork anyway. You get a piece of paper saying you belong to me. You belong to me. Nobody else. You mine. But then, what happens if you start feeling feelings for other people? You're supposed to just like, I don't care about those feelings. Because this paper says I belong to that person. Right? And a lot of us now are ego based. And that's why a lot of this shit is breaking down. The ego death, everyone's ego is being challenged, fucked with, jab cross. With the ego death is breaking down because you have to understand that your feelings are valid, and people always try to push their feelings to the side because they are in something that says you have to be forever. What is forever anyway? Forever is a choice you make. People usually choose to say, I will be with you forever. I love you forever, right? Because it feels good to say. You can say that forever thing, and it feels good. It feels safe. It feels like, oh my God, forever. I have somebody forever in my life. I will never be lonely ever. There's people around here doesn't have anybody, but I will always have somebody forever. And that feels good because being alone is scary. I don't want to walk around this world without somebody to hold and kiss. But a lot of you guys are still doing that with somebody. How many of you guys feel lonely and you're still sleeping next to somebody? Can I get a hello? Huh? Or a hand? Can I get a hand? Or hello? Whatever you want to do. Can I get a whoop whoop? How many of you guys feel alone and you're laying next to somebody every night? Or maybe you lay on the couch. How many of you guys are in that paperwork and the person you love is somewhere outside, you can't see them, they're never coming home? Or they're sleeping on the couch at the time being mad at you? How many times are you going to accept that before you're like, okay, what do I want? It's been times, you guys, I've been through a lot of situations, and I'm telling you from personal experience, there's nothing like coming home to silence. It's a beautiful thing. And a lot of you guys don't even know what coming home to yourself even looks like, because now you got to worry about your bills because it's too expensive to live out here, so you might as well stay where you at. Things will be molded and shaped to what you believe. And the journey to finding yourself and letting go of things that you're used to is very difficult and scary because you don't know what comes after. Nothing more scary in this world where we've been trained to battery operate of knowing what's coming next than to not know what's coming next. So now you're in this situation where your body's malfunctioning because thinking about being without this person or the next person, you can't even picture the next person because you don't know. And it's like, I just want to go back to what I'm used to because I at least know what this person looks like, how they act. They They love me. They are willing to put up with my shit. I can be comfortable. I can laugh and all that stuff. But are you happy? A lot of you guys who clicked on this video are not. You guys were looking for answers today. Thank you, angels. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Confirmation. Let your mind do what it needs to do. Like, let your mind do what it needs to do. Like, there's so many thoughts and feelings we are so afraid of, we push away. But what if you actually spoke what you feel? How would things be? What if you decided to open your throat chakra and speak your truth, regardless of how much hatred and pushback and evilness you get back, or negative vibes or energy? What if you're like, you know what, I'm going to continue to speak because my words are power, whether people feel like they're knives or not. Usually the people who feel like my words are knives are healing or need to heal, because I know who I am. And you know, you have to adjust your thinking to, you know who you are, you know your love, your kindness, and you are, you know, you resonate with that, and you are, you know, a person of love, good love, and a good heart. That's why people with good hearts usually be in horrible relationships for a long time, because we don't want to admit that it's horrible, because we don't want to hurt somebody else's feelings, and two, we don't want to be in a place where we were wrong, where you're like, oh, this is everything, and then it's not, and then people's like, oh, well, I knew it, or yeah, another one bites the dust, or yeah, whatever, fuck those people. You know what I mean? People, fuck them. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to leap and jump. You know? There's a lot of people who are afraid to leap and jump. And I'm telling you, I cannot tell you the days I have where I am just like, man, I just want someone to love, someone to touch, someone to hold, someone to know. And then I looked in the mirror and I'm like, I got that. Someone to love me. Someone to touch me. Someone to hold. Someone to know me. Me. Fucking me. And the next person who's in my space need to feel the same way about themselves. So we can be, you know, us. And just help each other continue to love ourselves. With some fun. You shouldn't be everything in the relationship. You shouldn't be all of it. And then you have somebody that comes and give every now and then make you feel like you're not doing enough. You need to do more. Or say little slick slide things because they know you to hurt your feelings. And disguise it as, oh, I'm just kidding. You know I love you, sugar. Or yeah, I'm just joking. I know all about that. I know all about that because I was one of those people who would hurt people, but like, yeah, I'm just kidding. I know what that is. I did it. I was on both sides. That's why I'm here to be humble and tell you that you have to understand who you are around and who you are, and you have to also understand that people are meant to grow and change, and no one's meant to be the same or be stuck in the same position or situation, because 9 times out of 10 you are making yourself do it because you're afraid of what's happening outside of the world you're in. Your body is feeding for more, you would just push that off and keep what you have, because what you have is all you know. But when you dream of more, you stop yourself because you are afraid of something that's not the same. Fear comes back to fear. And that's why a lot of us chosen ones are in isolation, so we can tell you these things, because we can show you that there's something on the outside of the relationship. There's something on the outside of a marriage. There's something on the outside of a friendship, partnerships, business, whatever. There's something on the outside of that, and that is you. If you're not completely fulfilled and happy in what you're doing, you don't need to do it. You know? It's a hard pill to swallow, right? There's a way to do anything. There's a way to do everything. You have to trust yourself. I hope this helps you guys. I'm definitely going to come back and do more videos like this. Intuitive reads. I love them. Hey man, you got this. If you guys need a personal reading, personal guidance, you know what to do. Email me, sunrisingtarot888@gmail.com. All right. I love you guys so much. I take donations as well. There's people who donate to me all the time, and I love you guys. There's people who donate to me every week, every month, and I'm so grateful. And I'm grateful for that. And okay, I'll talk to you guys soon. Sunrise and Tarot, thank you for your time. Much blessings. Love to you. Have a good one.